What's up, guys? We got a really cool video for you today. Super excited about it. White Automotive and Media Services. I'm working with them to get the I guess you would call it the high country cluster. It's the same cluster in my 2022 Chevy 3500 and now the 2021 Chevy 1500. The LT trim it's gonna have what the high country does in the center gauge cluster, and you know, I think it's definitely worth it. You know, a lot of people have said the same thing that I've said, like, you're kind of looking for a high trim level truck, and it's going to be for a couple of reasons that I've heard, right? Or at least that have mattered to me. It's going to be like the stereo. Well, thankfully you can upgrade the stereo fairly easy, right? The bucket seats, the leather seats, because this already has heated seats and a heated steering wheel. Obviously this gauge cluster, and then like that rear view digital mirror, and this truck's gonna get a couple of those upgrades already, right? Like the stereo, well, we've got the kids who don't blast it in this truck very much, so probably not gonna touch that. But this and then doing that rearview mirror are on the list of things to do, and one of them we're doing today. So it's just cool because you could buy an LT trim level truck, or, well, any trim level. You could even have an LTZ. I guess technically you could even have a high country maybe without this. I don't know. I'm trying to remember how it was when we were buying these things for 21. You guys might know and put it down below, but in the previous time, like, you could actually order these, or I could order my truck without the tech package. I'm pretty sure I'm right on that, right? I mean, at the time of filming this, without having to be able to check it as I'm talking to you, but I'm pretty sure if I didn't get the HUD and all that stuff, that I wouldn't even get the high country cluster, which has all the digital stuff. Anyways, I don't know. Don't take my word for it. You may be able to just go on the online configurator and go check it out, or maybe you guys have an LTZ or high country right now that doesn't have this gauge cluster. So what's cool, what's worth noting, and it was like a silly question I feel like I've had in the past, is when they're doing this, I'm like, are you guys getting like a gauge cluster from China and then like modifying it, or what? No, this is a genuine GM part. Very, very clear that they've made that. I mean, again, very clear. So I don't know why I overlooked that or even questioned it, but, you know, I'm going to upgrade stuff to my truck with, like, the best components possible, and I don't think I would have tried something that would have been from overseas. I don't even think China makes these kind of clusters, but nonetheless, check that out. That is freaking awesome. And the cool thing about all of this is they've made it plug and play. That's the only thing in the box. So we're going to go ahead and, like, well, why not? Let's go take you guys on a little walk. Maybe I'll trim this out, I don't know. So check this out. Look what we got here. So this is what we're working with currently, and this has the digital screen down here. I know that there is another version that looks very similar to this in just the work trucks, and it's not a color screen that's down there as well. It may be the same size or similar size, but it's color. Also, you guys can ignore what I got going on here. That's for a later video. That's why I got it taped up in blue, because I'm not going to take it off to do this video right here. So nonetheless, let's just get diving into it right here, and let's get this thing popped out. I'll show you kind of just the few things that you're going to need to take off and move, and kind of move stuff out of the way, do whatever, and then we're going to get this new one popped in here, and it's going to be all just, I think, super awesome. Majority of you guys are going to have this. I don't know how it's no remote detected, because there's a remote here. There you go, truck. This is kind of what we're working with, right? It says auto stop start off because of the Pulsar LT that I have here under the hood. If you guys didn't already know, the Pulsar LT adjusts your speedometer and everything for your tire size, does throttle control sensitivities and stuff like that. So yeah, we're gonna have all kinds of stuff here, and I'm curious if this will all kind of, there's other videos that have done this installation. I can't remember what they said, but like brake pads and air filter life. I wonder if all that stuff's gonna kind of make its way over. I know some things are within the gauge cluster, like definitely not the miles and stuff like that. That's all built into whatever else, the BCM or something in the truck. So yeah, this is super cool, and I'm really excited to put this other thing in. So let's jump into that, and we're gonna see that all of this again is gonna be all digital. And then when we go to, like, you know, tow haul mode, where you see the little tow haul down there, it should be changing the tow haul, like go from the battery or whatever to like the trans temp and stuff like that. So All right, we're done with talking. Let's just get to work. So we're gonna pop this off. Oh, that came off real easy. Just got all these tabs on the bottom half of that. So another super easy thing is you just put your hand behind this trim piece and you just pull it back. That's it. So that's all I did right there. So that's kind of the second step. Hand behind here, pull it back. So that, all right, we're gonna take all these guys out. There we go. There we go. So that whole thing pops out. So I'm gonna kind of just point this out because this part's kind of hard to get the camera where I need it to be, but you're gonna be taking all these screws off. The first three we're gonna take are these so we can pop this back. And then I believe we're gonna have to take these white ones out. We'll see as we get into it. We want to obviously get this whole thing pulled back so we can take the dash off and stick the new one in there. Okay, so this is where we're at right now. So we took all the screws off, and then this just came back because the 3 screws were out of it, right? And then the bottom had 2 clips, so this whole thing popped off. The reason the whole thing can't come out is there's a bunch of rubber stuff connected to it just below it, and it's, well, not necessary because it's all adding more work. These 2 screws do not need to be taken out, which comes into this whole dash mechanism here. But everything attached to a white tab does need to come out. So I don't know if you guys can kind of tell. So now the entire dash cluster is sitting here all floppy. So again, I need both my hands, and we're gonna try and finesse this thing out. And again, we're gonna make sure that these tabs that are on the bottom of my fingers here that go and slide into these holes are not sharp, but I mean they're pointy plastic, and we really don't want to damage anything. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. If I become really concerned, then I'll hop in the garage and throw some tape or something over them just to make sure everything goes in smooth. Yeah, we finessed that pretty easy. And then there's that red locking tab you guys can see underneath it. Pull that back, push the clip in, that's it. It comes out, and that was it. Now everything's just putting everything back together. All right, you guys know how to reverse the process that we just did. I mean, it's fairly simple, right? So put all the screws in for the dash. It's plugged in, everything's locked in, and then now this piece is already locked in. So now it's gonna be just simple things like that. Clicking that back into place, clicking that back into place. So that all looks good. You know, this, I'll put the camera down probably and get that, make sure that's all nice into place. And I mean, even simple things like this, all the screws are on, so we could just pop that panel in. Once I put these 4 screws in, which I'll set the camera down to do, I'll pop this in, set these 4 screws in, put the trim piece in, which pops in with no tools needed. I mean, the job's done. It's as easy as that, and now we get to sit here and play with it, see all the features that are on it, and we'll do that right now. All the screws are all put back in here, and then obviously all the screws are back on the dash. Dash is done. Simple as that. Let's get her started. It said 0 miles for a second. I got kind of excited. Look at that. That's so awesome. Yep, everything pretty much is there. You know, one thing that's really cool about this is it adds certain things that you guys wouldn't get normally in this truck, right? Or even my truck in the high country is a 0 to 60 timer. That's super cool. What else we got? G-forces. That's pretty awesome. I don't remember seeing the depth range. Huh. I don't remember seeing that as an option before. That's super cool. And then I think we can go over here and, yep, sure enough, put it into all mode. And we can get our trans temps to pop up too. That is so awesome. I love it. Heck yeah, guys. Well, there you have it, guys. Like I said, I mean, it's a LT trim level truck. super awesome to have, like, you know, you'll never have a bench seat, cloth seats, and then have a cool dash like that ever. And as much as I wanted to sell this truck, I'm so undecided because we actually enjoy having this thing being a 6-seater. And yeah, I don't know, that's some of the coolest things about this truck, is that it can fit 6 people and we can have a ton of stuff out in the bed. And now we're gonna get cool things like this, and hopefully I'm gonna be able to find the time and the resources to swap this guy out to the digital one. And there's plenty of videos and stuff for both these out there. But yeah, if you guys have an LT trim level truck, doesn't matter what engine it is, this is the way to go. White Automotive and Media Services, you can check them out on their website. They've been around forever. The best thing to do, I think, is to email them when you contact them. And again, they've been super helpful, and I just can't say enough good things. Like, thank you guys for offering stuff like this on the market, because if you didn't, and I'm referring to specifically this dash cluster here, man, we would be not having options like this, which are super cool, and I can't say enough good things about it. So anyways, I mean, that's it. I'm gonna put the link down to this below, but I mean, if you guys have a different truck, check out their website anyways, because it's not just this for just an LT truck, right? Like, they make them for all kinds of different platforms. I've seen a lot of General Motors based stuff. They have them for the old body style trucks. If you guys want to hop to the bigger screen, like on the older body styles, they got all of that. So anyways, so check it out. Obviously, you guys need to stay tuned, stay subscribed. You'll see kind of cool things that we are working with certain companies, with stuff that's hanging out up there. And I gotta get this truck cleaned out, man. Maybe go get me a detailer or find the time to clean it. So that's all I got. I'm gonna get cleaned up and enjoy the rest of my Sunday, but I just want to share this with you guys, and then get this edited, get this sent over to you guys so you guys can check it out. And again, just super cool mod, man. So thanks again for watching. Hopefully you guys subscribe, like, comment down below if you guys are gonna do this, or what you think of it, or if you think it's worth it. That's all I got for you guys, man. I mean, you guys keep subscribing. I'll keep bringing you guys the videos. This is not one of those things I'm gonna add to the website. I'm gonna let these guys handle it. They're the pros. That's all I got for you guys. I'll catch you on the next one.